Welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula Show, where this is the first show, the very first show that we had when we came on the air. And what we did was we had all types of people that came on. We had comedians, singers, bakers, boxers, you name it. We had it, poets, film writers, you had it. That's what we had from all over the place. And we even went and shot an NBA championship up in New York. And, you know, we went to the introduction in New Jersey when they had the very first annual one for the boxers in New Jersey, Atlantic City. And so with COVID, though, it slowed us down a little bit. So we try to find local people that live in the area during COVID, to, you know, find those same kinds of people. And mostly we gave you information. This gentleman's been on here a couple of times. In fact, he welcomed you into the new year for this new year, 2023, with Sierra Eagleston, who is a community activist, and that was a good show. I thought it was, yeah. And so we say hi to you, Sierra. And today is Licio's birthday, so I don't want to forget today to say wish him happy birthday to Licio. He was just on here telling us about what Tony is here to kind of follow up on about the Sprinkle of Hope event that he came in and talked about, and you're going to come up and give us and tell us about what the outcome was, okay? And we also have one of the people that traveled with him and with us tonight as a guest, and they were speaking to young people, you know, during this session, so it was a good thing to bring him on so that you could see that young people were involved actually in the Sprinkle of Hope, and young people are trying to be involved and try to get their own talents and thoughts and processes in place. So that was a good thing to bring him with you tonight. So we're going to start with Tony because Tony's our guest, okay? All right, Tony, so introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself again.
Hey, thank you again for having me, Ms. Paula. So third time on here, three-peat championship like the Lakers, three-peat. I am Tony Cobain. I'm back again. I'm a comedian. I'm an actor, recording artist. Got a couple business ventures local to the area. That's me in a nutshell. I'm vegan. I told you that last time.
Yeah, you did. And Paul's trying to get me to
I'll be posted up in the Whole Foods.
Things. Yeah,
you know, I told you about this. I'll just be there at the Whole Foods. They be like, "You work here?" No, I'll just be there like every morning. That's pretty much me. I got my cousin with me today, Jacob. He's on spring break. You know, we were supposed to drive up to New York today, but it was raining real bad, so we just like hung out down here. We went to see John Wick 4. He slept the whole time, but it was a super. It was a very high adrenaline movie.
And he works with you sometimes when he's around, when you do different shows.
Yes.
He doesn't call it work because he's a young hype man trying to figure out if that's what he wants to follow behind you and your steps. So tell us your name.
My name is Jacob Wright.
Okay. And he already told us that you are his cousin, so you travel with him as he travels. About how long you been doing that?
A good year and a half.
About a year and a half. Okay. Now, I have an idea what a hype man does, okay? Because in one of the movies that I forgot who it was, it's a comedian, and they had the older man that would come out. I think the Wayans brothers' father was the hype man for one of the movies, I think. Was it him? The old man. I thought he was the hype man.
John Witherspoon?
Somebody was the hype man. No, Pops, yeah. Whatever it was, they gave Pops a good role the first time. Did I think that they ever gave a hype man really some play? You know, you just kind of saw him and they got him off there. So, I mean, you know, that's an important role for, I would think, for a comedian or a song singer, whomever. You know, so what do they do actually?
So pretty much, you know, when you do a show, if it's music, comedy, you know, even like, you know, live TV tapings, they have, you know, people that warm the crowd up, you know, because you don't want to come onto a cold stage and you got to fight and win the people. I've done like stand-up shows where like the host or hype man there wasn't one, or they didn't do a good job, and you just walk on the stage and people like, man, that last guy wasn't funny, and they just like looking at you like,
Why you got him here?
I'm like, okay, you came here to laugh. I'm gonna try to do that for you. So like, my bad, he wasn't funny. I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize.
Right.
You want a cookie? Like,
Right.
so-
Yeah, because that's a hard job.
yeah.
Especially if you leave before the artist that has to come in. So I mean, if you've done it a few times for him, I know that wasn't an easy job to do. Not the first time.
And actually, a couple years ago, I want to say December 2018, I shot a Christmas short film, and he was like young. He was probably
Like 2018, that was like 10, 11, 12.
he was 10, 11, so he was like a little kid. He was playing like a young me, like sad, sitting for it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that had to be interesting. Did you like that?
Yeah, it was a short scene.
Yeah.
I just had to sit there and look sad, so it wasn't too hard. I
Oh,
got
okay.
snacks out there, so it was pretty easy.
I gave you snacks.
Yeah, that was it. No, that wasn't money.
Oh, yeah. And for a 10-year-old, I gave.
Well, he said at least he tried to bring you along. You know, a lot of people in families they try to bring other people along. They don't want to come. So at least he makes that effort and tries to see. So welcome
Thank you.
to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And so you did the Sprinkle of Hope, which was Miss Dunstan's event
Yes.
that she had in a school.
Yes.
Could you, Licio came on pre the event and told us about, what to expect, and told us that you were one of the people that were there. And so I just thought it was a good idea to have somebody to do the follow-up on it, because other than him, that was there because of all the young people and what it was that y'all were trying to do. So exactly how did that event turn out?
It was really amazing. I was scared the morning of, because Paul had asked me to do it in December, and I know Paul, and it's like, if a friend or somebody I'm close to asks me to do something, no problem. I automatically do it. But I didn't know the scope of the event. I didn't know it was geared towards children at first. So I be having so much going on. I was just, oh cool, I'll do it. And so I was just, they brought me on to do stand up. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do some bits from my stand-up comedy album that's out right now on all streaming service called Unorthodox.
Yeah.
I said I'll just do some bits from that. And
you saw the audience, and it was like...
So that Friday night, I went to sleep super early, and I woke up Saturday morning at 6 a.m., and I got a message. Paul sent the message the night before. He showed me like the setup, and it was like, I think it was second grade to fifth grade, and I was like, wait, this is for children. I was like, oh,
6th and 8th graders too.
Nah, I can't talk about the stuff
No.
I was going to talk about. And so, but when I got there, it was so cool. Miss Dunstan was very welcoming. I had my own chair, like with my name on it. I never had my own chair with my name on it.
Oh.
And I was sent by the lady from the mayor's office, and I thought her husband was Johnny Gill.
Did you? Was he?
No,
'Cause he's from here.
Yeah, I thought he was Johnny Gill, and then he was like, "Oh man, I can't wait for you to do stand up." I was like, "Oh, I don't know how this is gonna go." No, but it was a great event. What I did, Alicio was, he was the hype man, and he did a great job for that event. And when I went on stage, I basically just talked about exactly what happened, and they laughed. And then for the first 5 minutes, I did stand up, and then for the next 5 minutes, I did like a cappella versions of my songs, like in spoken word form. And it was just great to I really enjoyed the event, and I just hope that it gets bigger and bigger every year, because it was really amazing talking to the children in that magnitude. I remember being in school, and we would have people come to school and talk to the kids, and I was like, wow, I'm in that position.
Getting old, huh?
Nah, yeah, I was like, I'm in that position now to, you know, to reach back and talk to the kids and, you know, teach them things that I know, and it was great.
Yeah, because they had some other people who that actually spoke as well. They had different kinds of people to come out and talk to them, from what I understand. I was working that day, so I wasn't able to make it. But it's from my understanding that it was an awesome event, and it was crowded.
Very crowded.
Yeah, that the turnout was spectacular, and that it was a lot of good people that did speak at that event, and everybody was different.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what was so unique about, I thought that whole event was going to be. And so it was everything that I thought it was going to be. But it was just trying to give young people from my understanding, it was to give them an idea of everything that's out here that you could do. You know what I mean? Besides going to college, you know, just something that you might want to do. Everybody's not college material. Everybody doesn't want to go to college. But entrepreneurship and business, you know, being business owners, and we have young people in our area that are young entrepreneurs that, you know, 8 and 10.
Yeah, that's like 8 or 10-year-old. She has like cookies. She says, you know, the cookies.
And then there's 2 brothers that have, I think they do candles.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure, but they had, I always talk about that. I had to find out who they are so I can bring them on the show. One of the leading chains actually gave them a contract for a short period just to see how the product would do inside of like a local chain. And they did very well. And like the young lady with the cookies, you know. So it's a lot of people that come from this area, that the DMV area, that have made it very, very big. I mean, you being one of them, but
we got some, you know, some folks that, you know, from Taraji P. Henson, Dave Chappelle, so many. So it's a lot of folks come from this area.
Well, Oprah Winfrey was from here.
Really?
She started out in Baltimore as a newscaster.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. If you saw some of them pictures of her a long time ago, you wouldn't even know who she was.
The color purple over.
Kind of. I didn't say that you did. You said that, I didn't. But you wouldn't have even known who she was, you know. Wow. But she started in this area, and she made it big as a newscaster. And I'm happy, you know, for her. You know, I mean, it's a list that we can name and go. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard is from here. You know,
it's a lot of folks. Johnny Gill,
Johnny Gill,
Martin
right?
Lawrence,
right?
So Chadwick Boseman went to Howard. Anybody
that stepped in this area and they became famous.
A lot of folks. Wanda Sykes. So many.
She's from Baltimore.
A lot of folks.
Yep. It's a lot. It's a lot. And we have a lot of talent that's here in this area, and it's just good to see that we still have people like you coming up, you know, rising, and who knows what you might want to do, you know, later on.
It's going to be great, whatever you do.
I believe that. I believe that. You have a great family, because your sister keep on trying to get her to come on.
She's not. She's shy. I'm going to have to come with her.
I asked her that too.
She's really shy. Like, me and my youngest sister, like, we talk. Like, Jessie, she
But she sent me all these glamorous pictures because she's a model, and I can't understand you a model. You modeling in front of all of these people, these designers, and
she did my mother and Paul went to the fashion show with the guy from the TV show. Paul, that's the guy from the TLC network. He had the fashion show at the casino. I didn't go. I was watching the Lakers. I was in the casino.
Get out.
I heard it was good. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was beautiful pictures of her. She's a very beautiful young lady. Y'all have a very beautiful and handsome family. You do. The pictures that she sent to me, because that's the second set of pictures that I had that she's actually been in a big event. And so I asked her, she said, yeah. But then when I gave her a date, it was like,
I'll come back with her.
Yeah. If you could talk her into doing it, she said, yeah. I thought Licio could come with her, you know. If that's what she needs. If she needs hype people, she got you and Licio that can come with her, you know what I mean?
You know, I'm not passing up any opportunity that I can get on camera.
Oh, I hear you. Other than your own, right?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, but, so she said she hasn't said no, but when I send her a date, she said, I'll let you know.
Oh, gosh.
But you know, I mean, hey, all he did was walk in here and fell in love. So when you go back and see her, you need to let her know that, man, I'm going in there and
Jake,
do that thing.
He just boom. He walked in, sat in the chair. He's like, man, I look good.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to go home and hype her up, okay? Because that's what she needs. But anyway, I just thought that it was a good thing to have, you know, Lucille would have been here, but today is his birthday. You know, I was hoping that they would have came this, you know, so she could have come in and seen you for a few minutes and then left, you know. But it's okay. So happy birthday to you, Lucille, again. And Jess, we look forward to you coming on the show. I guess you have to bring your little hype man with you so we can get you on. And I don't care if they go back and tell you I said it. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing you because the fashion shows that she does, I mean, I mean, the designs that they have look like they're made exclusively for her. I'm quite sure they aren't, but the way they look like they're made exclusively for her. And it's I got to say hi to your mom on video at Christmas time, you know. So, you know, you have a beautiful family and friend. You know, I met friend in person.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I met her in person.
Yeah, her birthday like next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why her and Lucille get along.
Yeah, and her mom's birthday is 2 days from now. So
Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, my nephew's birthday is 2 days from now. My father's birthday is tomorrow.
Everybody's birthday.
God bless him.
Wow.
And I have a niece's birthday that's coming up in a couple of weeks too. Yeah, there's a lot of people that we know that are in this time of month. But so how did you think that the Sprinkle of Hope event ended? How did you think that, did you think that you made an impact on those young people?
Yes. So when we did the panel, and basically we had to answer a few questions, there was a child in the audience. She asked me a question and she was like, she's trying to get into acting. So I took her mom's information and I just sent you know, all the stuff she would need, you know, to, you know, succeed. Like, cause you don't have to live in you don't have to really live in LA or New York or, you know, Atlanta, like really the three major filming markets. It's good to be there, but you don't necessarily have to be there, because when you do these casting calls, 9 times out of 10 now, because of COVID, the casting companies, they stuck with self-tapes. So you just got to send in your, like, you know, your reels and your audition side. So I pretty much just shared all this information. You got to get industry standard. I shared the information with the mom. You got to get the industry standard headshots, your at-home self-tape setup, take some classes, take some acting classes, and all the, you know, pertinent information I shared with her mom. I, you know, hope they followed through. Shared my photographers locally that they can, you know, use, and like some casting sites and stuff like that. So.
I know at one time you had to belong to the Actors Guild. You actually had to be a member of the Actors Guild. When I was coming along, you had to be.
Yeah, that's the goal, to be a part of SAG. I want to be a part of SAG. Like that's one of my goals for this year, be a part of SAG, part of the union.
But it's not that hard to do. At least it wasn't hard to do, because they were home based here. Now I don't know where they are now. I'm talking about now. You know, I'm on to be your mother. Okay, when I was coming along, they were based out of here, and they were downtown.
Because I know the MPAA is here. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's
the
here.
Actors
That's on
Guild
our street.
was here.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah.
It was downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown DC.
Wow.
And that was when Mayor Sharon Pat Kelly was in office. I mean, I was around all those people all the time, and so that's why I know, because they had an event down in that building. So that's how I found out about it, you know. But yeah, it's if it is, and it's not that hard to.
You need like a couple out. My friend, she just became SAG eligible, and I was like, oh, she could do it. I can do it.
That's what I'm saying. But what you do, it's not that hard for you to do.
Yeah.
You just need to look into it, and especially it's right here. I mean, you can go down and walk in the building, and walk around, and say, oh yeah, I'm so and so and so and so. I just want to take a look, see what's going on. They don't even say no, yeah.
You gotta pay like a yearly fee too.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You gotta pay.
You gotta
pay to play.
Yeah, because you get the insurance and all that stuff.
You gotta pay to play.
You get your SAG rate.
Yeah.
Your SAG rate.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to play with the big boys, you gotta pay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad to see that you're interested enough to try to be a part of what it is that he does. So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to go to trade school for HVAC.
You want to do what now?
HVAC.
8-track?
Mm-hmm.
Run track?
Nah, HVAC. Heating and ventilation.
People that do what?
Heating and ventilation.
Who?
Heating and ventilation.
Heating and ventilation, air conditioning.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. HVAC.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to talk to my other son. Okay, because that's what he does. Him and my son-in-law. They got a lot of people through certified in HVAC. And that's what they do. They're supervisors now. So when you get a chance, you need to ask. We call him Licio here, okay, but you know him as Paul, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to talk to him so he can introduce you to his brother and his brother-in-law, and they can tell you, what it is that you need to do. And one of the things is that I know, because I sent it down to my nephew at one point, is to get information from one of the unions, and you need to find out what union that they go through, because that union will train you, okay? You got to pay to play, but they will train you, and it's good to be a part of a union, okay? So, if you're really interested, they got contacts, because they've gotten many people through that particular union that they belong to, and they actually got trained and certified through that union. So if that's what you want to do, you got some connection there too. And my nephew down in Florida, I sent him the information for the union, and he's doing it, and he has his own business, down there in Florida. He travels from, different counties to do HVAC systems and stuff, but it's his own business. So I was glad to see that. I sent it to him, and he took, the initiative to follow through on it.
Mm-hmm.
They make good money.
Yeah, they make a lot of money.
Yeah, they make good money. And it seems like it's not hard to be a supervisor, because every time I turn around, somebody else is a supervisor. They have their own business, you know what I mean? So that's a good thought process. So next time you do a hype thing, you tell him I need my union dues. Okay, pay my union dues, see what happens, okay? I need to pay my union dues. But, it's good to see that young people are now realizing that they don't have to. I mean, we came up in an era where our parents told us we had to go to college. You had to get a degree. That's the only way that you were going to make it, you know what I mean, in life. And it was doing that time. But now you find that there's so many talented people out here with all kinds of talent that they don't have to go to college. They can make it big. Just like Martin Lawrence and Martin Lawrence and who was his the other little comedian that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a little comedian. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. Because you're big.
He is short,
okay.
Martin.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, but the other guy, both of them came from here.
Martin Dave
and
Chappelle,
Martin, and I can't think of the other guy's name, and he's so funny. He's here. He came from here.
Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Tommy
hilarious,
Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they both went out to California.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, if Martin can make it big out there in California, then I guess I can go."
Yeah.
And they went to the same.
Yeah.
They wound up getting a house. I mean, not a condo in the same community. Yeah. Okay, and so Tommy Davidson said, "Well, whatever you do, man, I see you making it. I'm gonna do what you do." You know, and both of them, you know, became real famous.
Yeah.
You know, it's another guy that kind of hangs with that circuit, with that group of people that he he comes in town sometimes. I can't think of his name either, but he's from here as well. All of them around the same age. I can't think who that other guy is, but they all from
Donnell
here.
Rollins.
Who?
Donnell Rollins, bald head guy.
Yeah.
I saw him at the mall.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was funny.
Yeah, I have.
No, because remember the very first time I was on your show, and I had
the Martian outfit on.
Mhm.
You had the Martian, not on, but you showed us a picture with you with the Martian.
Oh no, that was the thing I did in Georgia.
Right.
No, I had the advertisement in the mall in Pentagon City Mall.
Oh, that's right. I remember you told us
I
about
had went
that
to
too.
the mall to see it, and it was right by the entrance of the mall at the Ritz-Carlton. And I guess he was here for a show, Donnell Rollins. And I was by the ad. I was like, yo, this is tight. Look at the ad. And then Donnell Rollins just walked by. He was coming from the Ritz-Carlton, and everyone was like, oh, yo, that's Donnell Rollins. Oh, my God. And then I was like, oh, wow, that's Donnell Rollins. And he looked at me. He looked at the ad, and he said, dang, I ain't got no ad, and just walked away.
Did he? Oh, wow. I guess I would have been a little bit crushed, okay?
But he had a sold-out show that night, so.
Yeah, but I would have been a little upset because that ad that you showed us was a pretty big ad,
Yeah.
you know, and if he was here to perform, somebody should have had an ad somewhere for him, especially in the mall.
He got to talk to his people.
Yeah, you got to talk to people. I know that's right. But I'm so glad that you came back, and it was so nice seeing you and coming on, and it's a good thing that you know, it's a family thing, you know, family that plays together, stays together, okay? I wish you the best, and like I said, you know, at least I know now that there are some people that you can talk to, you know, and you don't have to live here. My
I want to move
cousin
to Atlanta.
in Florton. My cousin, my nephew in Florida, like I said, he's doing real well, you know, with the HVAC thing. Yeah. So you said you're going to Georgia,
Yeah.
Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta.
Getting that
Okay.
up.
With that, I want to say thank you to both of you, and thank you and for letting us know what happened at Miss Dunstan's event, Sprinkle of Hope, and that you all got an opportunity to participate, you know, so they could see young people, and there was some older people that were there that spoke as well, and so that have done entrepreneurships as well on that panel.
Yes.
So they had a variety there, from what I understand.
Yes.
You would think I was there, right? No, I wasn't there.
I saw your twin. Your twin was there.
Who?
Your sister.
Terry. Oh, now she's a comedian now. I mean, y'all need to do stand up together.
I was like, because I ain't have my glasses and nothing. I was like, wait,
That's
on his Paul.
But you haven't seen my other sister then. My other sister really looks like my twin. But that one you need to talk to, and y'all need to do a stand up together, because she is funny as hell, okay? And we told her she missed her calling, you know.
Never too late.
Yeah. Well, with that, we want to say good night and thank you so much. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for coming on. And we're going to wave right here at this camera right here and say good night.
Good night.
From the Let's Talk with Paula show. All right.
The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.